Hey guys, Jane here, and I'm here today with a little bit of book mail. So I used to get a lot more book mail than I do. I don't get it very often now. I wait to open it until I have several packages saved up. And I'm not doing as much reviewing as I was before, and I just don't request as much as I did before. So I don't actually remember what is in any of these packages, but I am excited to find out and add them to my shelves and hopefully get to them and read them and review them very soon. These books either come from Libaryathings or from GoodReads giveaways, one or the other. And I'll be really honest, I couldn't tell you what comes from what. They are sent either by the publisher or by the author themselves. Some of them may be indie, some of them may be traditional published. Either way, I tend to enjoy it all. Before we begin, if you're new here, please remember to subscribe. At the end of the video, hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Contact information is below. Also, I'm a romance writer, so if you'd like to check out any of my books, links to all that is below as well. Alright, so let's get started on package number 1. Alright, Narcissus Nobody, a novel. On sale April 2021, so not super late on this one. It says the voice of disgraced love guru Brooks Nixon haunts Hope Townsend, showing up at inopportune moments to deliver unwelcome commentary on her hapless romances. Brooks, who once doled out cliched dating advice to millions, fell out of favor with his fan base when a life-altering experience shifted his counsel to a freewheeling anti-monogamy platform. The about-face earned him the moniker Narcissus Nixon and made him slightly less annoying to Hope, a goth music devotee who prefers animals over people. I think I like her already. Little by little, Hope finds herself more influenced by the new Nixon than she'd care to admit. To shake off his hold on her thoughts and come to terms with her own destiny, she must uncover the truth about Nixon's transformation and draw the line between his recommendations and her authentic desires. Okay, so it sounds like there's going to be a lot of discussion about monogamy versus polyamory, and that could definitely be a cool thing to read about. I have very complicated feelings about that. I grew up Mormon, so polygamy is a thing, even if it's not actively practiced, but it doesn't tend to be polyamory. So you tend to have a man who is married to multiple women, either in this life or in the one I grew up in. Our, old church leaders had been polygamous, or, Mormons are just polygamous after death now, which has created some interesting discussions because I'm divorced and my children's father has married. In the Mormon faith, if you stay unmarried, you kind of get assigned to somebody, and they typically assign you to, like in heaven, to one of the partners you've had if you were married. So I could get in heaven put with my ex-husband and his new wife. So polygamy is an interesting thing that is on my mind frequently because of my religious background. I'm not actively Mormon anymore, but again, I grew up that way. And there was one point during my time as Mormon where I considered whether I was open to polygamy in this life, because there are different branches of Mormonism, including one that practices polygamy. I have friends who are polyamorous, and that's an interesting concept to me also. I definitely think that is more, the power dynamic is more fair if it's polyamory instead of polygamy. But for me personally, I have chosen to be monogamous, and I like being monogamous. That seems to work for me. So I don't have plans to change from monogamy anytime soon. But it should be an interesting book to hear their discussions on monogamy, polyamory, and anything in between. Alright, the next book, this is a chunky one. A Memoir of Food and Love in 13 Courses. Sabramesa? In the quest to discover herself, Josephine returns home to Argentina to learn the lessons of her mom and abuela's past, along with the delicious dishes that form their kitchen arsenals. But her travels from Las Pampas to the prairie aren't easy or conventional. Josephine faces mystical encounters with the spirit world that lead her to discover a part of herself that, like Sabramesa, had been lost in translation. Just as she's ready to give up love altogether, Josephine surprises even herself by entering into a forbidden transcontinental love affair with the Argentine man of her dreams. If they are to be together, Josephine must make a difficult choice: return to the life she knows back in Pittsburgh, PA, or follow her heart and take a chance on herself. This magical, multi-generational story of a daughter's love and the culinary legacy that helps Josephine navigate life-changing loss is a reminder that home is anywhere the heart is. By means of culinary time travel, Sobremesa takes the reader on a parallel journey to culinary journey to Argentina that unfolds with each chapter. I wonder if there's recipes in this. I like books that have recipes. Oh, maybe? Oh, there's recipes! So it sounds like we've got a couple of character stories being told. It sounds like we have a current timeline of a woman who's trying to make some decisions about a man in Pittsburgh, and maybe another timeline about her family history. So that could be cool. And just, like when I enter these giveaways, I always look for books that I think I would honestly enjoy reading. I just have such eclectic taste that so many things catch my eye. And, I really have a good time with most of the things I do pick up, even when they're a little unusual. But I will say sometimes, if it's been a few months since I requested that, I'll be like, I don't really remember what exactly at the time was hitting me that made me go, oh, that is a book that I should definitely read. Although, I think with food and recipes, that's probably part of the appeal there. Oh, there's a lot of paperwork with this one. The Star-Crossed Sisters of Tuscany. All right, let's read this one. Since the day Filomena Fontana cast a curse upon her sister more than 200 years ago, not one second-born Fontana daughter has found lasting love. Ooh, sounds like we got a practical magic bit coming on. Some, like second-born Amelia, the happily single baker at her grandfather's Brooklyn deli, claim it's an odd coincidence. Others, like her sexy, desperate for love sister Lucy, insist it's a true hex. But both are bewildered when their great-aunt calls them with an astounding proposition. If they accompany her to her homeland of Italy, Aunt Poppy vows she'll meet the love of her life on the steps of the Ravenna Cathedral on her 80th birthday and break the Fontana second daughter curse once and for all. Against the backdrop of wandering Venetian canals, rolling Tuscan fields, and enchanting Amalfi Coast village, romance blooms, destinies are found, and family secrets are unearthed. Secrets that could threaten the family far more than the centuries-old curse. That sounds like a good time. So, so those were the books I sent. Definitely looking forward to them. And if you've read any of them, let me know what you think. This has been Jane. I'll see you next time. Bye.